In the 3 decades after World War II, a period that I call the Great Prosperity, the economy boomed. But not only did the economy boom, but you had very low inequality. We made education a national priority, particularly higher education. By 1940, only 5% of adult Americans had a 4-year college degree, but that percentage began to explode. The GI Bill paid college costs for those who returned from war, and the subsequent expansion of public universities made higher education affordable to many. By the late 50s, we had the best educated workforce of any country in the world. We also had labor unions. By the mid-1950s, more than a third of all workers belonged to a union. This gave average workers bargaining leverage to get a larger share of the growing pie. We created the largest middle class the world had ever seen. And that middle class was part of a virtuous cycle. The wider the prosperity, the more people were included in that prosperity, the more that prosperity generated more prosperity. Hello. Okay. Now, they're going to be calling in momentarily.
From American Public Media, this is Marketplace.
America is already making it harder for young people of modest means to attend college. 41 states are cutting spending for public higher education, and tuition and fees are rising as a result. One of the things we've learned about inequality is that it's clearly linked to education, including higher education. More than anything else, that's what lifted people out of poverty and into the middle class during the Great Prosperity. But starting in the late 1970s, our college graduation rates began to flatten out. Countries that kept focusing on higher education were able to deal with globalization better by creating a highly skilled workforce. Look at South Korea, look at the Netherlands, look at Germany. They've invested substantially in education, in skill building of all of their workers. Even though their wages are high, it's worth it to make stuff that goes into the iPhone from Germany because it is so well made, it is so precise. Basically, every other industrialized country, Japan, Germany, France, they are investing per capita much more public investment in all of the areas of roads, bridges, public education. That's what we're not doing. That's what we have to be doing.
We're almost out of time.
Start this economy. The economy right now.
Not with new taxes.
For years, I have been writing about the importance of investing in people, in our workforce, so that our people could compete in this new global economy. And then in 1992, I thought I finally might be able to do something about it.
Today, I proudly announce my candidacy for President of the United States of America.
Bill Clinton told me he had read all my books. They must have influenced him because it formed the backbone of his 1992 campaign about putting people first.
If you put people first, if you do what works, what we know works in the global economy, you'll do what the Germans do, you'll do what the Japanese do, you'll put your people first, you'll expand the middle class.
I mean, here was somebody I'd known from the age of 22, and he called me one day and said, "Look, Bob, what I really want you to do is come down to Washington right now. I need you to run the economic transition team." I didn't even know what an economic transition team was. You can't imagine the headiness, the excitement. I mean, the chance to actually take these ideas, put them into practice.
I named my economic plan Putting People First to highlight my belief that our nation can only become a high-wage, high-growth economy if we make a commitment to invest in the American people to make the American economy prosper. That is why I am naming today one of my most trusted advisors and closest friends to the position of Secretary of Labor.
Well, modesty aside, I've assumed for months that I was on Bill Clinton's short lists.
You can step up on that.
There is a step.
Oh, there is a step here.
It was a dream job for somebody like me who had worried about and fretted about and studied and taught about and wrote about what was happening to the American workforce for years.